Having a child is a rewarding, forever life-changing experience. But for many couples, it can be really, really challenging to even get pregnant. So in today's Gateway to Wellness, sponsored by Regenerative Neuropathy, we are focusing on a fertility breakthrough. We are so honored to have Dr. Sherman Silber, an infertility specialist at the Infertility Center of St. Louis, here to tell us about his research on this new groundbreaking procedure designed to preserve and also ensure fertility. Doctor, it's so good to see you.
It's great to be here with you, really great.
And this is such an exciting conversation because this guy is on the front lines. He has developed so many of the very widely used treatments that we are seeing these days. Please tell us about some of those.
Well, starting back in 1975, fertility treatment was very crude, and we developed first microsurgery for reconnecting blocked tubes, and then that went on to actually developing sperm retrieval for men that we thought had no sperm out of their testes, and they do have sperm even though we thought they didn't. But that's no good unless you can inject the sperm directly into the egg, because it's only a few sperm. So we invented the injection of the sperm into the egg, and then we invented the vitrification for freezing, so we can freeze embryos and sperm and eggs, really, we can freeze, and they last forever. And we did the first testicle transplant, and then we did the first ovary transplant.
And that's what I want to talk about,
Yes.
because honestly, I had no idea this had happened. You performed the world's very first ovary transplant. Please tell us about that.
Right here in Chesterfield. This wasn't New York, and this wasn't Chicago, and it wasn't San Francisco. Right here in Chesterfield really is the center of fertility treatment. So what we wanted to do, we're freezing ovary tissue, and we get tissue every day from the cancer centers all over the world to freeze before they sterilize their patients with cancer treatment that will cure them but make them totally sterile. And this is devastating for young women with cancer. We freeze the ovaries, and then years later we thaw them and transplant them back, and they work and they have babies.
And this happened with Amy, a local gal. Please tell us about Amy Tucker and her family.
So Amy Tucker is one of our first patients, and she is now an oncology nurse at Children's.
Oh my goodness.
And she has 4 children from an ovary. It was basically a 18-year-old ovary that we transplanted back to her when she was old as 40. And it worked because it was young eggs, and she got pregnant naturally each time. No IVF was involved. She was sterilized and cured by her cancer treatment, but then with the transplanted ovary, she was able to have 4 babies.
This is just amazing to think about everything that Amy's been through, now paying it forward, being an oncology nurse with 4 children.
Right.
And this is just the tip of this cutting-edge medicine. Where do you see the future of embryology going?
Well, there are 2 things. One is now we can transplant. They don't have to be their own ovary. If a woman is born without an ovary, we can transplant her sister or cousins or anybody's ovary to her with safe immunosuppression, and she won't reject. So we can even do it with non-identicals. The second place where it's going is that we can take a skin biopsy, a little piece of skin, in a woman over 50 or a woman with no eggs, and we can convert them into stem cells. We convert those stem cells into what are going to become eggs. We call them PGCs. In the mouse experiments, completely normal eggs with normal baby mice result from this, and we're almost there in humans, and it's predicted by all the scientists we work with that in about 5 years, even if you don't have eggs, you will be able to make eggs from your skin biopsy.
This makes me even emotional thinking about all the children that are going to be born, the families that are going to be made, all the hope that is out there for people who desperately want to become parents. Thank you for being on the front lines of this. This is so exciting. For more information about Dr. Silber and the amazing things that they are doing at the Infertility Center of St. Louis, visit their website, infertile.com. We'll also post this segment on our website, firstalertfor.com/mystlive following the show. Gateway to Wellness is sponsored by Regenerative Neuropathy, St. Louis's neuropathy experts. Give them a call at 618-232-4063.